Hey, what's going on, y'all? I wanted to discuss in this video about Bitcoin, and everybody knows about Bitcoin nowadays, and how everything's fluctuated and went up so fast, went down so fast, very crazy. But I just want to talk about it a little bit in this little video. It won't be too long video, but I was thinking about Bitcoin, and when I first started studying, I believe it was in August 2017, I believe. Yeah, man, I can't remember exactly what the prices was. I think it was between 1,000 and 5,000, somewhere in that range. I gotta look it up. And I was actually iffy about the situation at the beginning. If you put a little study in it, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was a group of investors started, and they have a name for the group. And I think there might be out of China or Japan, somewhere in that area. And the goal was to make a system where you just don't have to go to the bank to exchange money. Excellent idea. And they started changing pennies on the dollar. Okay, and then it went up. At the time, went up, and it went down, went up, went up, down, went up. So when I was reading that aspect of it already, I was like, because I like the stocks a little bit. I studied a little bit. Haven't put no money into it yet, but I like to just study some things before I start putting money into. Okay, investing I think is great, but just putting money into things without studying to me is not the smartest idea. Even though you have a tax deduction in it, so that's great, but you still gotta be a little careful, but not too careful. You don't get too nervous when you don't do nothing though. And I noticed when it went up and down, that was always a big sign from studying stocks. Studying stocks for probably about 7 years now. It's always been a sign to be careful what you put your money into, because it's going to drop back up and down, unless you buy it low. Warren Buffett said he said his margin of business, his FX are looking for when he's investing in business. He always says to look at margin of safety and see if there's you catch it on sale, and where you can make a profit after when you sell it, but make sure there's a margin of safety. Okay, he always talks about that, and a little bit of studying I've done in him, of watching him, and the time I saw it, it's already up pretty high from the times when people was buying. So people was making a lot of money, but I don't go off that. I go off of the time frame of where it started and where it is now, and when everybody's starting to get a touch to it. And people was already starting to study, and I just got into it, so I was not gonna put no money in it. But I was watching, and everything. A lot of things start off as bubbles, so you have to be careful when you're investing certain things. And this thing went up, fast. And some people could have got in and made a big profit. I'm not a good short-term investor. Stock trading is not. I probably could do it, but I haven't put that much study into it, so I don't put no money in it. But people have made a lot of money. I don't do it because I love tax return. I love good tax returns. I don't like paying a lot in taxes. I know they pay a gang in taxes. I already know they do. Short-term investor, but they make a gang of money too, so it's a good thing. And my goal is always like long-term investing and good tax returns is my biggest thing I like. Anyway, when I seen it flying up, I already knew that's a sign of a bubble. And be careful. I already knew it. And a lot of people were saying it's not, it is. Even people who's made hundreds of $millions were saying it's not a bubble. Some people were saying it was going to go to $100,000. And it was going up, man. It was going up fast. It jumped to 20,000, I believe, higher. I think it even got a little higher than 20,000. Fast, man. And it was, I was like, wow. Because the time I went in, you could have made a profit, and I was like, man, I could have made a profit, but I wasn't gonna do it. And now it has dropped crazy. It says below 7,000 at once. I think it went out a little higher than 7,000 today. And I'm not gonna make this video too long, but people have made a lot of money. People lost a lot of money. You have to be very careful when you invest in these things. You have to be very careful. A lot of people put their life savings. This is not the first time this has happened. That's why you have to study things before you invest. It's not the first time. They got the tulip thing. I think it was the 1800s. I remember when it shot up. The supply and demand, it shot up. And then you have everybody knows .com, the real estate, energy, gas, oil. All these things have shot up. So you have to be careful, when you put your money into it. Sometimes people, most of the public, catch it right at the end, not the beginning. And then they get bit, I remember when the 2008, 2007, the flipping home shows kicked in. Everybody was trying to flip their home like it was easy, knowing it's not, without studying, and then they get bit. Homes are jumping up so fast, doubling in months, and then they just drop, and then people put all the money and lose everything. So you have to be careful. You have to find out what you love, what is the first thing you look at investing, and I'm making this video longer than I do what I wanted to, but I can talk about more about it, and we're gonna talk about it. I'll make some more videos on it. But Bitcoin, that's what I'm talking about a little bit, and hope everybody have a good day.